We're counting down the minutes to the first pitch of today's game.
Yes!
Who's in the starting lineup?
Come on, son. You got to get out there and take the mound. It's game time.
What does the skipper have to say?
It's an attitude. You got to be willing to defend. You got to be willing to base run, or you can't play here.
It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook with Tommy Wortz on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Welcome into the leadoff show. We are live from Curly's Waterfront Bar in Pewaukee. Thunder back in the studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Milwaukee Brewers, Cincinnati Reds, game number 160 on the season. It'll be Quinn Priester on the mound for Milwaukee, going up against Zach Littell of the Cincinnati Reds. 7:10 first pitch from American Family Field. What's the lineup look like tonight?
Looking up, and it is gone.
It's almost time for the first pitch. Let's see who's in today's starting lineups. Brought to you by Lakeland University. Experience it your way. Visit lakeland.edu. It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Thanks again to Lakeland University for being a part of the leadoff show. Experience it your way, lakeland.edu. First up, lineup today for the Cincinnati Reds. TJ Friedel in center field will lead things off. Novelli Marte in right field will bat second. Kenosha's own Gavin Lux in left field will bat third. Miguel Andujar is the DH, batting fourth tonight. Ellie De La Cruz, the shortstop, will bat fifth. Spencer Steer at first base will bat sixth. Tyler Stevenson is the catcher today, batting seventh, while we have Brian Hayes at third base, batting eighth. Matt McClain, the second baseman, rounds things out. He will bat ninth for Cincinnati. Now for the Milwaukee Brewers. Christian Yelich is the DH leading off today. Jackson Churio in center field will bat second. Bryce Terang at second base will bat third. William Contreras is catching, batting fourth, while Sal Frelick in right field will bat fifth. Andrew Vaughn at first base will bat sixth. Jake Bowers in left field bats seventh today. Andrew Monasterio is the third baseman, batting eighth. Joey Ortiz rounds things out. He is the shortstop, batting ninth. Joined now by Mitch Thunder Nelles. Mitch, you're like me. I mean, you started at this station 12 hours ago, and all of a sudden you're back here working again. What's up, my man?
I'm just pulling my inner Tommy, just seeing what it feels like, pulling the rewind machine to when I was young and had lots of energy, and just wanted to see what it was all about, working different day parts and shifts, and just being a real team player, Tommy. And I'm here for you, my friend.
Yeah, and that's what I expect out of Mitch now. It's just team player. He is the ultimate team player as well. Mitch, we usually go over the last game in the first segment here on the leadoff show. I don't really want to go into all of that for a 3-1 ball game. That was, a fine game from Milwaukee. I do want to play, however, Danny Jansen. We've been asking for his moment all year, and it felt like against the Padres in the ninth inning when he did this.
3-2 coming. Jansen, a drive to left. If it's fair, it's going to be gone. It is a fair ball off the Metal Supply Company, and a huge home run for Danny Jansen. What a bomb. His second in a Brewers uniform, and that is a huge breath of fresh air.
That felt like his moment a little bit. We talked about it when he hit his last homer as well. It was kind of a big one for Milwaukee, but to get that insurance run, to move that number down from 2 to 1 on your own merit, Mitch, that felt like Danny Jansen. All right, fine. The trade worked out already.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's like that insurance run that, like they said it, he said it on the air, the breath of fresh air. And he had a hit earlier in that game. So he had a couple hits.
Yes.
He had a couple hits. And I was a little surprised, not real surprised, but a little surprised with Contreras in the lineup at catcher. I know they've got a lot of guys they want to get a lot of bats to. I like to think that if tonight goes well, either for the Twins against Philly or for the Milwaukee Brewers, that Contreras might get a couple days off the next couple.
Yeah.
I get that he's in there tonight. But if Jansen's going to get hot, like, let him have a weekend, right? He had his moment. Let him have a weekend. Solidify that confidence going into the playoffs in your backup catcher that he can handle the stick a little bit. That was just a nice, good moment for him and the team. Not yet on when they had yesterday off, so on Wednesday.
Right. Yeah. And how about Chad Patrick, too? A guy who this entire year, it just feels like we're waiting for just a little bit of help for Chad Patrick every time he goes out to pitch. He only goes the 3 innings, but has 6 strikeouts in that time. I think it kind of sets up even more so to show that, hey, he could be a part of that Ashby long leverage relief if they like the righty matchup more than the lefty matchup in the game. And Patrick, I mean, to finish the season how he did now, if he does pitch out of the pen, maybe this could be subject to change. But the 3.56 ERA, the 125 strikeouts, 128 WHIP, in the innings he did, he ate up 118 innings this year for the Crew. Like, Chad Patrick, should he get some Rookie of the Year votes, Mitch? Like, not winning the award, obviously, but I mean, that should be a top 5 finish for sure.
It could be. A lot of it goes back to, voters are smart enough that they know win-loss isn't the end-all be-all anymore. But he was a tough, even on Wednesday, like, he goes up and pitches 3 shutout innings and they don't put up any runs for him. And that just seemed to be the case for him even before he got sent down, when they brought Miz up and they tried to, get him reinvigorated at AAA. When he came up for spot starts, any spot start he had, it just, he didn't get run support. But I like, if he can be this guy out of the pen, pitching 3 shutout innings with 6 strikeouts, I think that there's a spot for this guy in the postseason roster.
And this is a guy who also had to deal with going up and down between Nashville and with Milwaukee all season. And really, just because of how he pitched in that first time, he wasn't even on the opening day roster, right? I mean, that's when Savali got hurt. And then they brought up this guy named Chad Patrick, who won the Triple Crown in minor league baseball last year. And he just had to figure it out on the fly. That's what it's been with a lot of these guys here. Quinn Priester figuring it out on the fly all year too, right? And he's going tonight, and he's going to start game 2 for this team. Everything pointing in that direction as well. Chad Patrick, the boys get up for Quinn Priester. They just do. They don't lose games when he pitches.
Literally ever.
Chad Patrick, it's like the exact opposite. It's like, all right, well, we need to have some sort of yin and yang with these 2 guys out here because Chad Patrick is on the mound today for Milwaukee, and they have not lost since May 24th. He is going for his 20th consecutive game pitched in, which insane. The last time that happened, 2001, Roger Clemens. All right?
I mean, Quinn Priester is on one, and he's not just on one. I mean, you remember the game we all thought, what were they losing, 6-1 to the Mets? And that was the game that Collins hit the home run off of Diaz in the bottom of the 9th. I mean, that was the game we thought it was over. Quinn Priester gives up 6 runs in the first 3-4 innings. The winning streak's over, and they still keep fighting for him. And if they can just finish out tonight, who cares what Philly does? If Quinn and the Brewers can just take care of business tonight, we can have a relaxing weekend, Tommy. We just put our feet up with a beverage and enjoy a couple games. Sunday, every team plays at 2 or right around 2:00. The Packers don't play till Sunday night, so there's no conflict. I mean, that should be the luxury of luxurious, to quote our best friend Mason. The luxury of luxurious to just kick our feet up on Sunday.
It is the leadoff show. Tommy Wortz here live at Curly's Waterfront in Pewaukee, while Thunder back in the studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Want to give a quick shout out, Lori at the South Milwaukee Farmers Market, which, by the way, as much of a joke as the Cudahy's Farmers Market is, South Milwaukee, legit, all right? On a scale of Cudahy to South Shore, it's closer to South Shore, all right? I would like to give it some love. She hooked it up with a free shirt, like usually, but you can go find her over there and buy one if you want. But apparently, my mom like negotiated, like, oh, my son's like does talk about the Brewers, I guess, and hooked it up. So shout out to Lori.
Which farmers market is that available at?
South Milwaukee.
South Milwaukee.
So
got it.
It's again, like, it is surprisingly adequate, throughout the entire time when you're there. It's
Love it.
not the size of South Shore or Shorewood. You always say has a good one too,
yeah,
right?
Shorewood's
Mitch?
great. Whitefish Bay is weak. I love you, Whitefish Bay, but your farmers market's not great. Shorewood's legit.
Yeah. The Cudahy Farmers Market is a stand in front of City Hall. Like, that's it. It's not. There's nothing going on over there. But yeah, go get some Crew Love. Those are nice for sure to hook up as well. We're going to take a quick break because we got a new clock here, so we got to stay on time most of this time here. And we will come back, and me and Mitch Nelles, we'll just continue to talk Brewers baseball on the other side here. It is the leadoff show, live from Curly's Waterfront in Pewaukee. Mitch back in the studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
It's almost time for the first pitch. Let's see who's in today's starting lineups. Brought to you by Lakeland University. Experience it your way. Visit lakeland.edu. It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Welcome back to the leadoff show. Tommy Wortz here with you live at Curly's Waterfront in Pewaukee. Mitch back in the studios powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Brewers lineup, in case you missed it earlier in the show. Christian Yelich to lead things off. He is the DH. Jackson Chourio in center field will bat second. Bryce Terang at second base will bat third. William Contreras is catching, batting fourth today, while Sal Frelick is in right field, batting fifth. Andrew Vaughn at first base will bat sixth. Jake Bauers in left field, batting seventh today. Andrew Monasterio, the third baseman, will bat eighth. Joey Ortiz rounds things out. He is the shortstop, batting ninth. Mitch Thunder Nelles joining me as well on the leadoff show. We are here at Curly's Waterfront in Pewaukee, thanks to our good friends over at Sun Cruiser. Baseball calls for Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, made with real iced tea, real vodka. It's refreshingly smooth, easy to drink with no bubbles to fill you up. It is the perfect game day sipper. Plus, each Sun Cruiser, only 100 calories, 4.5% alcohol, making it the perfect drink for anywhere your watch party takes you. Crack one open today and let the good times cruise. Pewaukee. Oh, Milwaukee. Sorry, but we are out here in Pewaukee as well. We got a bunch of stuff here, Mitch, too.
We do.
What's up?
I was wondering what you thought about Yelly leading off. He's been leading off the past few days. I don't know what they're experimenting with or what they're looking at going into the playoffs. What are your thoughts about that?
I think that with Christian Yelich in the leadoff spot, I remember there was one Division I kid, right, who went to Cudahy at the time, who made it, and he batted leadoff for the team. And I always thought, like, why not put him in the 3 spot, right? Yeah. He's the best hitter on the team. Right. He's got the most pop, maybe. But ultimately, it was getting this guy the most number of at-bats and giving him the most amount of chances to do damage with that. And on top of it, one of my favorite Brewer experiments of all time, in my entire lifetime, Corey Hart. When Corey Hart moved to the leadoff spot and how different his game got,
it really
was just insanely good for no reason. I mean, was a maybe a sixth in the order, fifth in the order on a good day guy, but then they were forced to throw strikes. And you want to give Christian Yelich the most opportunity to swing at strikes, right? You don't want to walk the leadoff hitter. You want to make sure that he gets the most strikes thrown to him. And so I don't hate the experiment at all. Maybe they are just trying to not throw anything at the opposing teams now before the playoffs. I think that could be something too.
Sure.
But I do think that what this team is trying to showcase is, hey, if we put Christian Yelich in a situation where he's going to see the most strikes, what happens? What happens when Christian Yelich gets the most strikes? Because
good things should happen.
Yeah, I mean, and he's got great plate discipline. Even when he was struggling for years, like he drew walks. He always could draw walks. That was never a problem with Christian Yelich's game. I also like the fact that Bryce Terang is batting in the top 3. I
know you love him. I know you love him there.
I don't think it's going to last. I really don't. I think that ideally Sal Frelick will be batting leadoff NLDS game 1, and Bryce Terang probably gets bumped down to the 5 spot. But again, I think it's just an effort of Pat Murphy to give these guys in the top of the order the most possible ABs. Now, Jackson Chourio, I think, should be considered the candidate to move down in the order more than anyone else. I think that he's a guy that I would love to see benefit from the 5 spot too, because Pat Murphy, you remember at the beginning of the year, Mitch, when they didn't have Andrew Vaughn and they weren't playing Reese Hot, in the beginning of the year when Sal Frelick was in that 5 spot, it was, the 5 spot comes up in the leadoff position more than any other spot after the 1 spot. That's the spot that leads off an inning more than anything else. And so Sal Frelick was able to thrive in the 5 spot. They ended up moving him to the 1 spot, so he is now just the glorified leadoff hitter.
Went to the 5th.
Also had a great success at the 5 spot. And I started to pay attention, and it did make sense. Now, once they added guys like Andrew Vaughn and Jake Bauers and Reese Hoskins were in their role or whatever, the 5 spot became a lot easier to put some pop there, right? But the Brewers got to this spot because of their experimenting with the 5 spot. So I think that Jackson Churio, again, have him be that secondary leadoff type guy in the 5 spot, have him see more strikes because he doesn't necessarily have the best plate discipline. That's another guy that loves to swing out of the zone. If he was in that 5 spot, maybe he could be a benefit of what Bryce Terang and Sal Frelick saw in the 5 spot.
Okay.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think it will be Bryce Terang batting 5th come playoff time because, quite frankly, the other guys.
Which is a good spot for him. That's a good spot for him, right?
Oh, yeah. He thrived, too, in that role, so maybe it's just best for his role to be in the 5 spot. I just can't imagine that within the top 4, lock it up, Frelick, Yelich, and Contreras. Like, wherever they bat in that top 4, that's going to be easy. Lock them in. Yep. I think Churio is going to be there as well because he hasn't moved anywhere else in the lineup at the time now. Yeah. And I think that this series against the Reds is all about trying, right? And, a part of me, we haven't mentioned a lot about him, but a part of me, Mitch, I don't think I would be that mad, and I would almost feel happy for Cincinnati to make the playoffs.
I don't hate that take. I don't because listen, that's a long-suffering fandom. We had Mo Egger on Inside Wisconsin Sports this morning with me and Josh Albrecht talking about how they don't really have a rival because they've been so irrelevant for so long. Like in the 70s, they were in the NL West and them and the Dodgers got into it. But they haven't had a rival for 20 years because they just haven't been relevant for 20 years. And it's we've had the conversation how they were everyone's sneaky team this year, right? They were everyone's sleeper, right? Yep. And what better role to be the sneaky team if you sneak into the postseason in the last weekend of the year? So the 4 and the 5 seed already locked up. That's going to be Cubs Padres, which should be 99, a phenomenal. Right. 99% is going to be Padres at Cubs. I mean, if the Cubs lost, they already won today. But if the Cubs lose tomorrow and Sunday and the Padres win out, the Padres would win that 4 seed. Obviously, that's not likely to happen. It's 99% that series is in Chicago.
Yeah. I think that's going to be really fun. And and then in all likelihood, unless the 6 seed wins against the Dodgers, then that's the Brewers' next opponent, right? I mean, that it's going to be the lowest seed remaining, assuming the Dodgers move to the NLDS.
No, it's not reseeded. So the Brewers.
Oh, it's not.
No, the Brewers
you're right.
Play.
They didn't switch that on that. No. Good, thank you for that. Correct. That's so dumb, Mitch. That's
I agree.
Dumb.
It should
like every other sport. I guess basketball doesn't reseed, right? They just do a 1 to 8.
Hockey and football reseed. Basketball and baseball do not. I don't really know why.
You prefer?
I like reseeding.
I think reseeding makes the most sense.
I like reseeding. I'm not going to fight about it, but I'm not I'm not really mad about it. I just think it makes more sense. That's all.
The Cincinnati Reds also have had some phenomenal play going down the stretch here, and I know you brought it up. They had a season-saving catch pretty much in their last outings too. Here is that from Novelli Marte.
Yesterday afternoon.
He swings. High fly, right field. Marte all the way back. Leaps at the wall. He caught it! He takes away a game-tying home run! The biggest play from Marte in the outfield. He saves the day.
That's John Sadak from FanDuel Sports Ohio.
Oh, FanDuel Sports Wisconsin highlights courtesy of on the Danny Jansen homer.
Yep.
But that was awesome. It almost feels a little magical when something like that happens, right? I think
top
that
of the 9th off of Brian Reynolds.
It would also be, a little poetic to see David Stearns, who can't do anything with Milwaukee's budget, and then get the biggest budget ever in New York and then not make the playoffs. I wouldn't feel too sorry about it.
Well, especially with how things ended with the Mets last year as well.
Right. Go spend all this money on Soto. That would just be as the small market guy, right?
Yes,
you just root against the coasts, and then it's that'd be a little funny. That would be a little funny.
Yep.
On the other side, we will hear from the manager, Pat Murphy, in pregame coverage today. Thanks to Drew Wagner for sending that over. Drew's going to join us at 6:40. We'll have Austin Herdina over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook join us at 6:20. Did you catch the setup he was rocking with today on Wisconsin Sports Daily?
I was listening. I wasn't watching, so I heard Sparky talking about
He
it.
was
but
he
I did
was
not
in the
see it.
studio. He was in the Pato Studios, but he
Oh.
was in like the mic setup for it. So
Very nice. All right.
he looked like a boss today
I
for
love
sure.
it. I love it.
He joins us at 6:20. It is the leadoff show. We are live from Curly's Waterfront in Pewaukee. Mitch back in the studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Almost time for the first pitch. Let's see who's in today's starting lineups. Brought to you by Lakeland University. Experience it your way. Visit lakeland.edu. It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM The Fan.
Welcome back to the leadoff show, other side of the 6 o'clock hour now. Tommy Wortz, Thunder here with you. I'm live at Curly's Waterfront in Pewaukee. Mitch back in the studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Christian Yelich to lead things off for the Brewers. He is the DH. Jackson Churio in center field will bat second. Bryce Terang at second base will bat third. William Contreras is catching, batting fourth today, while Sal Frelick bats fifth, plays right field. Andrew Vaughn will bat sixth and play first base. Jake Bowers in left field bats seventh. Andrew Monasterio, the third baseman, batting eighth. Rounding things out for the Crew, batting ninth, the shortstop, Joey Ortiz.
Line drive, base hit, down the left field line.
Let's see what the skipper has to say heading into today's game. Let's head to the Coach's Corner. It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Brewers manager Pat Murphy has had a pretty busy day. He started things off at 6 o'clock in the morning with the Pat's pancake breakfast or whatever they were calling it.
I'm a tiny bit disappointed in you, Tommy.
Look,
just a little
I'm
bit.
going to take in every advantage of not getting up before 6 o'clock anymore now.
Dude, it was 6 to 9. Anytime before 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I get it.
Just
get it. I could have probably made a little trip over there in the middle, but I would have wanted to get there early because
10,000 people showed up, man.
There's 10,000, man. That is so impressive.
First 3,000 got the shirts.
Those shirts are awesome. I mean,
pancake.
the amount of creativity that went into a spontaneous shirt for Pat Murphy, they should have did with the Miz shirts too.
Yes.
Like the Miz shirts, it was pretty mid. We said that already.
As was Vaughn's shirt.
Yeah, well, and Vaughn's shirt was just dumb
Vaughn's wasn't
all
even mid.
Like,
yeah,
that one was just bad. I feel like that's because the nickname isn't great.
Right.
King Vaughn, I'm just not a fan.
No,
I'm just never going to be a fan.
It missed.
Yeah, it missed. But the Pat's pocket pancake shirt with it saying like "put pancake here" or whatever in the pocket. Awesome. So awesome. Couldn't believe it. They did a phenomenal job with that. He also spoke to the media earlier today. Our guy, Drew Wagner, nice enough to send some audio over from that. Raw and uncut. Here it is. Pat Murphy.
10,000 people.
10,000 people.
How was the band? Yeah, I couldn't have played in it.
I could.
Maybe. I don't know.
Pretty decent accordion. Did the boys go?
They didn't and should have.
Were they pancake guys?
Not necessarily, but it was just a great event.
Yeah.
You know, it was fun. People were just going crazy. It was like a pep rally.
Did you know it would be that many people?
I had no idea. And when we're going around the stadium, I'm like, when I show up, there's going to be like 20 people there. And we turned the corner. It was like incredible. Incredible outing.
Are they serving libations?
No, I don't think so.
6 o'clock in the morning. It's Milwaukee. So maple syrup, orange juice.
Murphy saw Quintana out there doing a live. We didn't see McGill out there throwing.
You missed it. You missed it.
You did?
Yeah, you missed it. Yeah. You need to pay better attention. There's all sorts of things we can
there's
do.
a limit to what
We can get you
time we're allowed in the
medication.
ballpark.
Well, I mean, we can get you medication. There's a lot of different things that get you.
Yeah, in between them.
Oh, so we were just inside.
No, I mean, Quintana threw 2.
Yeah.
And then McGill came in between the second and third.
And how did it go?
Yeah, reasonably well. I thought Quintana looked fantastic. You know.
Quintana was around 45 pitches, right?
Yeah.
Did he give you any feedback?
Said he felt great.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good sign. McGill threw was decent. Yeah, decent.
Still in a spot of need to see him in a game before you
I mean,
decided you feel pretty good about it.
I mean, he wasn't normal. So we'll see how he recovers tomorrow, and then we'll put him in a game. If he doesn't recover well, we won't put him in a game. pretty straightforward and simple.
Could DL
Yes.
be activated?
I answered that question before you finished.
Could he be activated by tomorrow?
He could be.
Yesterday?
He could be. I think we probably want to see him up here and see how he responded from his.
But Quintana, do you think he's read this situation where he's ready to go as long as he responds well?
Yeah.
How many pitches DL threw in his game?
25.
No, it's a couple days away. How do you anticipate Murph using the time off? You know, we've seen
wisely.
Inter squads, just lives, relaxing. What is the approach to
Intent.
the layoff?
Intended practice. Very intended. While the players could use the rest, every major league player in America could use the rest for their body. We're not able to do that. If you want to rest, then don't qualify for the playoffs. So we're not going to rest. We try to be wise with our human performance, but we will practice with intent.
Like the intent part of it, Mark, is that in trying to keep those limited to the time you need and not spend half the day here, or
we're going to spend quite a bit of time here, but we're going to practice as you have to be authentic, and to try to pipe in music or bring fans in and all that kind of stuff, I think is not really authentic. I think it could lead to some good preparation, but I think we're going to focus more on getting the reps in, but also getting live reps in and getting, competitive, strenuous practice.
Does that start Monday right away? Or
It will not start Monday. Monday is going to be an off day. And then there will be no other off days.
Would you like to see Miz? Would you need to see Miz get into a game this weekend?
Yeah, I think we'll see that. I'm going to guarantee you that.
Is he a start, or will he come for the time?
One or the other.
Is one more likely than the other? And if
Yes.
so, which one?
Nice.
Wouldn't you want to see him out of the bullpen?
I would love to see him out of the pen, or I'd love to see him start. Either one. I'd love both of them. He'll come out of the pen this week. And
What do you think?
I just opened up 6 more questions by saying that.
What do you think
He
about
doesn't even know
him?
that yet.
When you think about him on a postseason situation roster right now, with just the variability of what he can give you, the upside being there, and obviously we've seen some of the control issues. How do you view where he fits into like the level of trust?
Yeah, I think we'll know early in that outing, and we'll monitor it. But I think he's an important piece. I think he's got huge upside, and he's got huge possibilities, huge possibilities for us. And I think he can help us right now. So.
He pitched out of the bullpen late in Nashville last year, but never up here. What kind of adjustment is that to his routine? Is that something you guys have started?
I don't think we're going to keep. No, I think we'll keep his pitch count where it is. You know what I mean? And I don't think we'll back him off that. I think we'll just use him in such a way that we can value his length. So, for instance, you might see like a guy like Gasser start the game, and for instance, it could be tomorrow. You see Gasser start the game, and Gasser's not fully blown out, or stretched out. So Gasser might start the game, and then you might see Miz, and Miz will go until you can't.
So it's not going to be, at least not now, a scenario where it's shortening him up and getting used to pitching multiple times. It's still going to be similar.
It might get to that, but right now we're going forward with him having a pitch count underneath him.
You know that Freddie's not listed in the as one of the starters.
He's not listed?
He's not. Could
Yeah.
be on Sunday.
Yeah, it could be. Who put this out? Mike Fasala? Mike, were you? I know you've been under the weather a hair. TBA. You're not usually comfortable with TBA. By who? Well, they tell me what to do. Just checking.
Should we change that, Murph?
TBA. Just put bullshit. What's wrong?
You got a fantasy baseball just trying to win the leagues.
Oh, is that what's going on? I really want to help those people.
When we pester you about starting pitching, that's
good.
Murph,
I think you'll see Freddie. What do we got?
well, in terms
Sophia
of
Minner.
lineups,
Lineups.
do you want
Practice.
do you want to try to get everybody something?
Make
this
everybody
last
happy.
weekend?
Make everybody happy.
Well, I didn't say happy because you don't care about feelings, but
Callous
is the
man.
goal to get everybody something, or do you want to continue to just play it straight up and keep guys, with the good volume heading into the break?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have plenty of rest. I'm not looking to, create anything but try to win a ball game each of these 3 days, and really not trying to deviate too much. You have to keep in mind, for instance, I'm sitting Durbin today. That's just about his kind of the state that I believe he's in. I believe he needed 2 days. I believe William needed 2 days. Those two, to me, seem taxed. I used some information from our high performance, and those guys get 2 days off. Do other guys need a day here and there? Maybe. But they're all going to get, if whoever sits on Sunday will get 2 days off. And even if you don't sit on Sunday, I can work out that, even though the Tuesday workout will be rigorous, I can pull that back if I need to on a certain player.
There is the manager, Pat Murphy, speaking to the media earlier today. Just protect that man at all costs.
I got a full page of notes.
Like,
so much there.
There was a lot said, so I will catch you up in case you missed any of it there. We had Pat Murphy playing from his pregame availability earlier today. First and foremost, there was a couple of things in there about some pitching updates today. Jose Quintana threw 45 pitches in his sim game.
Yep.
Pat said fantastic. That was the word that he said. He looked fantastic. McGill completed his sim inning today. He is likely to pitch on Sunday for Milwaukee.
Yep.
DL Hall will be activated this weekend and pitch. And it sounds like tomorrow, Robert Gasser will open, Jacob Mizorowski will pitch, and as much as he can do after. That is the plan, to also add Miz to this mix of, hey, long leverage relief, Aaron Ashby-esque right there. That's what am I missing anything huge that you wanted to bring up there, Mitch?
It sounds like Freddie will probably start Sunday. I'm sure
Freddie's going to pitch
He'll
Sunday,
probably go 5, right?
Yeah, if that.
And if you want to rest, Tommy, then don't qualify for the playoffs. They get Monday off, and that's it. If you want to rest, don't qualify for the playoffs. I love that.
How do you feel about Game 3 then, if hearing all of this news? Because it feels like everyone has Game 2 all under wraps with Quinn Priester, and obviously Freddie Peralta will get Game 1.
Yep.
Adam McCalvey also reporting that they're almost game time decision with Brandon Woodruff. Those lineups are not due until the morning of Game 1. Adam McCalvey tweeting out saying that Brandon Woodruff seems like he could still be in play, and maybe an NLCS, more optimistic. I don't know how much they're going to. He didn't report the NLCS part, but I'm saying now, based on what McCalvey had said on Twitter with his updates, maybe they want to give it a series. And maybe, he's got to wait still for that second opinion on the word from it on whether or not it's going to be an issue for Brandon Woodruff. But, Mitch, Game 3, what do you think the plan should be?
I think with Gasser, Hall, Ashby, and Mizorowski, you have enough 2 to 3 inning arms there to keep whoever the opponent is off balance. If you go Gasser, Mizorowski, Ashby, lefty, righty, lefty, I think you put yourself in a really good position. I guess the question there is do you need Ashby though backing up Freddie in Game 1, which you probably do?
Right. I think that's what it is.
Is it Gasser, Miz, and then Hall? If Hall, and again, you're expecting a lot from a Gasser who's pitched one game, who will pitch his second Major League Baseball game of the season tomorrow. You're expecting a lot of Hall coming off the DL. But if these guys are full strength and are ready to go, and then the wild card, listen, if Quintana feels well tomorrow, he's starting Game 3. I think that if he feels good tomorrow, because he looked great today, according to Murph, if he feels good tomorrow, I think there's your answer.
I tend to lean with you on that. I think it will be Quintana in Game 3. And mainly, I would be very shocked if in Game 1 the first man out of the pen is not Aaron Ashby.
Totally agree.
100%.
Totally
on
agree.
this season, I think that ideally what they can do is if you can get 6 out of Freddie in Game 1.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not asking
I'd even say
for
5. I'd even say 5 because you can get 2 from Ashby, and then you got 7.
Right. But imagine if they could save Uribe or Koenig.
Save one of them. Yeah.
Save one of them in Game 1. Imagine if Jared Koenig goes in the 8th and McGill goes the 9th of that. Or
if McGill's healthy, that changes everything, right?
Right.
If
McGill being healthy.
Yep.
Yeah. McGill being healthy is absolutely everything if this is going to happen. That is what is going to be the huge piece to return for the postseason, in my opinion, because, in the words of Drew Wagner, if you got the 9th, locked up, ready to go, that's invaluable in baseball for sure. It is the leadoff show. We'll continue the conversations about Brewers Reds ahead of Game 1 of the last series of the regular season for Milwaukee. But on the other side, we got to get to our guy, Austin Herdina, over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Get you some of the best bets. If you want to get any action on today's game, it is the leadoff show. We are live at Curly's Waterfront in Pewaukee. Mitch back in the studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Let's get the latest on today's odds for the game. What's the best way to go? Let's check in with our expert from the Potawatomi Sportsbook to find out. It's the Leadoff Show, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Welcome back to the Leadoff Show. Tommy Wortz here with you. Mitch Thunder Nelles back in the studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. We're out here at Curly's waterfront, lakefront here in Pewaukee. This is an awesome place. I have not given it enough credit. They have TVs all over the place. We got stress balls that we just got a couple giveaway, koozies, T-shirts, hats. It's awesome out here. It's lake country out here, Mitch. It is like
living the dream, baby.
Like everything looks great. Some pictures being taken over here now. It's a fun time. Bar is awesome. Place is jumping
It's
now.
Friday
Everyone
night.
excited.
Right? It's Friday night. Let's go.
Right? Yeah. Brewers lineup, in case you missed it earlier, before we get over to our guy, Austin Herdina, Christian Yelich, the DH, leading things off. Jackson Churio in center field will bat second. Bryce Terang at second base will bat third. William Contreras is catching, batting fourth today, while Sal Frelick is in right field, batting fifth. Andrew Vaughn at first base will bat sixth. Jake Bowers in left field, batting seventh today. Andrew Monasterio, the third baseman, bats eighth. Joey Ortiz, the shortstop, rounds things out. He will bat ninth today for the Crew. And joining us now on the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law, he is the sportsbook manager over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. I didn't realize, I was unfamiliar with his game on video if he was going to get into the Potawatomi Sportsbook. If I'd asked him to be on video every day today, but he showed off a little bit on Sparky's Wisconsin Sports Daily. Austin Herdina joining us now. Austin, how are we doing today, my friend?
Very good. Yeah, we have that really awesome studio here that I haven't used it very often, so I wanted to get in there and test it out. When I was asked if I wanted to be on video, I said, yeah, let's give it a try.
Maybe we do the video for the postseason if you're not so busy. I always feel weird if I'm on remote because I don't know how busy you guys are with the shuttle service you got going on, and I don't want to pull you away. I already know how busy Sundays are with you, with football season all back in full swing. So I always just want to take 10 minutes of your time on the phone. But yeah, we'll get you. We'll see if we can coordinate something nice for some postseason action.
Yep.
That would be sick too. Austin, Brewers magic number down to just one now. They win one of these, they'll be the one seed in all of baseball, not just the National League, but the MLB. City seems to be all back in jumping today for the Brewers.
Yeah, absolutely. And I got an eye on the Phillies game. They're up 1-0, hoping they lose. But if we just take care of our business, we don't need to worry about them. So let's get a win tonight and take it easy over the weekend. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
That would be so nice, just to get rid of it. I did say, however, like the Mets, I would rather the Reds make it. I just think it'd be a better story if the Reds make it. So I don't know how that happens and benefits Milwaukee over the weekend. You would like to get one more win no matter what. Break that record. Put this team in some history books for the Brewers this season. And a win this weekend. Hopefully tonight, Quinn Priester on the mound would go a long way. Austin Herdina over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Betting odds today, courtesy of the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Brewers favorites, -175 on the money line. -1.5 will get you +125 on the run line. And the over-under set at 8 today, Austin. What are you liking from your most popular bets, courtesy of the Potawatomi Sportsbook, to get a nice little parlay for the people going today?
I'll tell you what, we've had a lot of people coming in betting the Brewers today. A lot of people expect us to get the job done today. I'm riding with them. I think the Brewers get it done. I think we're going to get a nice win. I'm not taking the -1.5, but I am taking the money line. And then I like Andrew Vaughn to get a hit. I think he's got to get it going a little bit. And then Spencer Steer is a player on the Reds that I got a lot of respect for. I think he's going to come through with a hit as well. So Brewers to win and Andrew Vaughn and Spencer Steer to get hits, +270 today. So not
plus
a huge
270,
price,
yeah. I
but
mean, you got to see one go
chances.
in.
Yeah.
I love it. +270, courtesy of the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Brewers money line, Andrew Vaughn and Spencer Steer to each record a hit in the ball game. We're promoting all the shuttle services around here too. Potawatomi's got a great one. You can place a bet and get over there. But what else is going on over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook too? If the people want to have some sort of fun event going on, they can watch some of the football games. I know. What else should people know about happening over at the Sportsbook, Austin?
Yeah, our shuttles, like you touched on it. If you're placing a bet $5 or more, or if you're having a food and beverage purchase in our sportsbook area, that gets you on our shuttle, leaves right from our annex, which is right next to our sportsbook. It's going to take you right to the game and also bring you right back. Such a great thing that we started doing this year, and we're going to be doing it for the playoffs as well. And we're looking forward to continuing it for next year too. And then also, if you want to reserve seating, if you want to come on in and watch these games in our sports book, we got 2,000-foot screen. It's just an awesome experience. Great food and drink. Go to Potawatomi.com and click on Sportsbook, and then you can see a red reservations button, and click that, and that's going to take you to choose your seat in the area. Choose your dining package. The money goes towards your food and beverage for your evening. So it's a great way to make sure you have your table and the area that you want.
Austin, I got to bring this up because I can't think of a more perfect day than reserving a table Sunday. I know you've got NFL going on, so if you want to start it at noon, just get that table. All the baseball games start at 2, so the Brewers start at 2. Okay, then you keep that table till around 4:30 when the Brewers game ends. You keep a table on reserve. You go play some blackjack. Maybe you play some craps, and then you come back at 7:20 for the Packers-Cowboys game. You do lunch at the sportsbook. You do dinner at the sportsbook. You watch all the NFL games. You watch all the final Sunday games in Major League Baseball, and you cap it off with Sunday Night Football, Packers-Cowboys. Sunday sounds like the perfect day to me, Austin.
Oh, Austin's going to be busy on Sunday, right?
Yeah, he is.
I'll tell you what, that is an amazing plan, but why not make it a little better? Why not start at 8 a.m. when our doors open
Ryder
up?
Cup. Let's
you
go.
got Ryder Cup.
Let's
you
go.
got Steelers. You got Steelers and Vikings at 8:30.
A-Rod's breakfast. Let's go.
The restaurant and bar will be open at 8 a.m.
Yes.
We got pancakes we're serving. We got eggs. We got breakfast burritos. We have it all this weekend.
Yeah, I mean,
Austin
that is amazing. They just do it. They just do it different. It's just you got to be built different to be in this game, and that is what the Potawatomi Sportsbook is. One more time is parlay for the people today. It is a Brewers victory. It is a hit from Andrew Vaughn and a hit from Spencer Steer. That'll pay plus 270, courtesy of the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Austin, have a great rest of your day, my friend, and of course, go Brewers.
Go Brewers.
There he is, Austin Herdina, joining us on the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. Mitch, we got to talk a little minor league baseball here, so why don't you hit that Building a Winner feature presented by Ironworkers Local 8s.
The key to building a winner in baseball is a strong minor league system. Who are the names we should know? How did they play in their last game? It's time for Building a Winner, powered by Ironworkers Local 8. Apply today at iwl8.org and join the Brotherhood building Milwaukee's skyline. It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Yes, time for another Building a Winner feature presented by our good friends over at Ironworkers Local 8s. Thanks again to Ironworkers Local 8 for being a part of the leadoff show all season long. I am very hopeful that we can continue this relationship forever with Ironworkers Local 8 because they've been fantastic all season. And covering the minor leagues for the Milwaukee Brewers has also been great. One of the best farms in the game right now. They're going to have so many opportunities this offseason to continue that as well, with guys like Brock Wilkin going to be probably competing for a third base spot next year. Blake Burke, insane as he was getting promoted all season. Of course, top of the list, Jesus Mate, Luis Pena. Cannot not be excited about those guys coming up as well, Mitch. Isn't it crazy how the Brewers just invest so much in their farm and how it turns out that now with that approach, they're in the postseason 7 of the last 8 years.
Yeah, and I think it's what's so exceptional to watch is that even as guys come up, even as guys make the major league level, it's not like they leave the cupboard bare. Like we've seen that with other organizations, right? They've got this great class. They all come up together, and then the cupboard's bare for the next 5 years. And so if they don't win, that there's an uh-oh. The Brewers don't have an uh-oh. The Brewers have, they just, I hate to say embarrassment of riches, but I do want to say like a strong organizational depth. They really prioritize finding the right kind of player, the player that fits what the Brewers are looking for at every level.
It's a sustained approach, right?
Mhm.
Like they just continue year in, year out. And I also want to promote that on Sunday, the last leadoff show of the regular season. We still got these all postseason.
Yeah, we
Don't
do.
worry.
Yeah, we do.
I'm going to get my top 20 out there. I'm going to do my top 20 prospects.
Let's go.
I feel like I
Let's
can't
go.
talk about it for a whole year and not give a little bit of
That's
like
right.
who I'm the most excited for. So it's going to be all about me on Sunday with my favorite prospects.
You
at least.
deserve it.
Yeah, exactly.
You deserve it.
Mitch, who's Whitefish Bay football playing today? Do you know?
Yep, they got Slinger at home.
Okay.
Tough matchup. The country versus the country club, if you will. That's actually, I don't know if you know this now, but every student section for every game has, they dress up in a theme. That is the theme. So I think Big Rumble, who's a sophomore, I think the sophomore class, I think the seniors and juniors are country, and the freshmen and the sophomores are country club.
Nice,
So that's how that matchup's going to go. I don't have great expectations for Whitefish Bay in this one though.
Okay, well, I mean, I believe Cudahy is playing Milwaukee Area of Science.
Okay.
And last year, I think that was like 60-0 for Milwaukee Area of Science. So, I mean, like that's just Cudahy football, baby. I'm trying.
Friday night lights, though. Right?
If I get promoted, I'll give all the NIL money over to Cudahy High School.
I like
got
that.
it. All right. So if we want to get a donor in over there. Like I'll let you guys recruit if we can do that. I don't know if you can. I don't want to get anyone
Can't
in legal
Michael
trouble.
Cudahy just give the money to? I mean, I don't know if he's from
Isn't
Cudahy.
it Patrick? It was Patrick Cudahy.
Right? Yeah, Patrick
Yeah,
Cudahy.
I'm pretty sure he's long gone. I don't know if the Cudahy family is still around here, but I'm waiting.
There's somebody's
I'm
around.
waiting. Let's get back to the 90s. You know how awesome we're Nebraska football. Cudahy is pretty much right now.
Cudahy was great.
Get back to the 90s.
When I was in high school, Cudahy was great.
Oh, I mean,
that was a long time ago. I'm old.
Studs. I think their 94 champ team allowed like 14 points all season.
That sounds
I think that was like they literally won every game something to 0.
As a Nicolay 94 grad, I think Nicolay scored 14 points all season in 94. Yeah, so we got that going for us.
I lived it too. Just that Cudahy that entire time. But it's definitely like high school football country out here too. They got all the local teams up on the bar here as well.
Sure.
Love that. Always cool to promote. So absolutely give them their flowers as well deserved. But we got to talk some more Brewers baseball here as well. And we're going to do that with our guy, Drew Wagner, who was at American Family Field on the other side. He will join us on the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Tommy Wortz, Mitch Thunder Nelles here with you. Let's get to Drew after this.
Let's go inside the clubhouse with Drew Wagner of Forbes Sports on the Leadoff Show, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM The Fan. Inside the clubhouse is brought to you by Focus Baseball. Join their fall mini camps at focusbaseball.com.
Welcome back to the Leadoff Show. Tommy Wortz here with you live from Curly's in Pewaukee. Mitch back in the studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Almost made it the whole show without that today. Brewers lineup, in case you missed it earlier in the program. Christian Yelich to lead things off. He is the DH. Jackson Chourio in center field will bat second. Bryce Turang at second base will bat third. William Contreras is catching today, batting fourth. Sal Frelick in right field will bat fifth. Andrew Vaughn at first base will bat sixth. Jake Bowers in left field bats seventh today. Andrew Monasterio, the third baseman, will bat eighth. Joey Ortiz is the shortstop, rounding things out today for the crew. Joining us now on the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law, it is our guy Drew Wagner of Forbes Sports. You can follow him on Twitter at @ByAndrewWagner. At American Family Field. Uncle Drew, how are we doing today, my friend?
I am lacking a vibe today. I'm lacking a vibe.
Lacking the vibes. That's our vibes can be high, vibes can be low sometimes. That's how it is. The vibe just is, it's a spectrum, it's a wave. You got to catch it sometimes. Drew Wagner joining us here on the Leadoff Show. Drew, it was a pretty busy day in pregame, it sounds like. There was a lot of good to say about some pitching being healthy and returning for Milwaukee. And then obviously 1 win away now. 1 is the magic number for the Brewers to clinch the 1 seed right now in the NL and Major League Baseball. Did it feel like it was a busy morning, busy day for Milwaukee today for you?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot going on. You walk in the ballpark and you see Quintana and you see McGill on the mound throwing to hitters, so you know that progress is being made. You can see those guys sooner rather than later. There's a chance we could see McGill on the mound by Sunday. Learning that DL Hall could be up here this weekend. You knew there were going to be a lot of moving parts, especially as they tried to at least get guys a little bit of work in game before the season comes to an end. So you kind of expected that walking in today.
Drew, also then with the news of this pitching getting a little bit healthier, how much is this extra week going to benefit Milwaukee? Is a lot of this all irrelevant if the Brewers are in the wild card round on the news that we're hearing today, and it becomes a little more prevalent because the Brewers do have a bye clinched out?
I mean, it definitely helps them, that for sure. If these guys aren't ready to throw by the end of the weekend, you have a little bit more time before you actually need them. You've got some time off coming. It's not going to be much time off for the Brewers from what Murph was telling us today, but it does buy you some time. It does give you a little bit of leeway, a little bit of cushion to get these guys 100% right. It's not that they need to get them in a game before the season ends. It's just that they would like to get them some game action before, and if they can't do that, they'll recreate it as best they can during their time off.
Drew Wagner, Forbes Sports, joining us here on the Leadoff Show. Make sure you follow him on Twitter at @ByAndrewWagner. Drew, some of the news that we heard in that pregame sound you sent over, thanks for doing that for us again, by the way. The Robert Gasser, Jacob Mizorowski piggyback situation, right? So pretty much solidifying that Miz will be in a bullpen role for the postseason in some capacity, whether it is as a long leverage relief guy or they end up turning him into something else along the way. Is there hope that Quintana is the Game 3 starter, and is that the backup plan, a Gasser-Mizorowski Game 3 matchup for Milwaukee down the stretch?
Well, I don't think this solidifies anything.
Okay.
I think everything depends on how those guys pitch tomorrow, especially Miz. They have got to see something out of Miz. Again, it goes back to what I said. They have time before they have to make a decision on these guys and what they're going to do. There's going to be a lot of stuff that's discussed and tried out during the time off when they're working things out. If Gasser and Mizorowski go out tomorrow and are effective and are efficient, then yeah, obviously that goes into the running. I think ideally they would like to have Quintana available for the NLDS. Whether or not he will be remains to be seen. But I think they're, plans 1A and plan 1B. And I don't think there's a prevailing notion one way or the other until you see what you have in those guys.
Drew Wagner joining us again here. And Drew, I have another question here in regards to the Brewers postseason. The Phillies right now, last we checked, were in the lead, at least, with their one-game magic number. If they were to lose, it would benefit the Brewers. But, how important is it to just get that one more win, right? To get to 97, put this team – I know Murphy's going to say, hey, they haven't accomplished anything yet, which is totally valid. I'm not saying that this would be the best Brewers team in history if they were to get to that 97 wins. But, again, just to get some belief and maybe, on your own merit, some guys, hopefully some rest over the weekend and game time activity at least, whether or not the postseason workout schedule
we talked
will go
about
or anything.
that.
Yeah,
we talked about that, and it's hard to say. I don't see him giving too many guys a break over these last couple days because one, you've got games that matter. One, obviously, they haven't locked anything up. They still need to do that, so you're going to put your best foot forward. Two, as long as the Reds are still battling for something, there's something to be said for the integrity of the game. You're not going to go out there and put a non-competitive lineup out there and give someone an easier route. You're just not going to do that. Plus, you have all that time off. They want to keep these guys as close to they want to balance being game ready and fresh as much as they can. So I don't think you're going to see a whole bunch of benching. If they wrap this thing up tonight, it's not like they're going to put a bunch of backup guys in there because, again, you only have so many backup guys. Maybe they limit the at-bats, something like that, but you're going to put your best foot forward in all three of these games and keep trying to accumulate as many wins as possible and keep the integrity of the opposition in mind too, because that race for the third wild card is going to matter and it's going to come down to the wire. So I think as long as that's still in play, you're going to see the Brewers put a regular lineup out there.
Yeah, and Drew, I know you probably, and I didn't hear the question, I know you guys know better, right, asking about the lineup, but we have talked about this lineup on how on paper, it's very exciting, and it looks great with Yelich in the leadoff and Terang's in a top three situation, and the Brewers keep going out there with that lineup, right, where it is Yelich, Churio, Terang,
it's not
top
hard to
three.
figure out. It's not hard to figure out. I mean,
what do you got? Yeah,
what do we complain about more often than not? The biggest gripe about the lineup and the offensive productivity right now is Joey Ortiz in the 9 slot and not getting the job done. With runners in scoring
is he
position.
Set the record this year for most bases loaded at bats? Is he about? Yeah, I don't know what it is, but every other game he comes up with the bases loaded, Drew.
And part of the thought is by putting Yelich up there in the 1 spot, which he's capable of, and it's not to say that Bryce Terang or Sal Frelick are good, but Christian Yelich is Christian Yelich. That maybe by putting Yelich in that 1 spot, your 9-hitter is going to see more balls in the strike zone, more balls that he can hit. More balls that he can put into play, more strikes. It helps the offense in the 1 spot. It also helps the 8 and 9 hitters. And right now, they need all the help they can get.
Absolutely true. Thank you so much for jumping on today. It's Drew Wagner, Forbes Sports. Follow him on Twitter @byAndrewWagner. We'll do it again tomorrow, my friend. All right?
Sounds good.
There he is, Drew Wagner, Forbes Sports on the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law. 1 call, that's all. Mitch, one more sounder to hit today. Let's get to the keys to the game.
How does the Crew win today's game? Who needs to step up? Let's find out with the keys to the game. It's the Leadoff Show, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Keys to the game, how we always wrap things up here. I have the time.is clock up right now, so I'm going to try to hit this as hard as we can. Mitch, key to the game today. What are you looking for the Crew?
Quinn Priester, just go out and do your thing. Everybody just chill. Everybody just have a good time. Go out and hit. Play baseball the way you've played baseball for 159. Go do it for 160. The rest will take care of itself.
All right, then I'll piggyback on Drew. Joey Ortiz, right? Why don't you do something when you get the bases loaded today? Because that's going to happen at some point. And if not, make when Christian Yelich comes up right after you. Joey Ortiz, former Wilmer Stinger, my boy, too, from there as well. So I'm looking at him to do something out of the 9 spot today. That is today's key to the game. And that's going to do it for us here at the Fan. Mitch, thank you so much for sitting in today. I know it's like way past your bedtime, so I'll make sure to get us out of here right on time.
Old man needs a nappy.
Old man needs a nappy. Make sure you guys are tuning into the Fan. We made it through a week of the brand new programming, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. now here at the Fan, 6 to 9. It is Inside Wisconsin Sports, Josh Albrecht, Trevor Thomas. Of course, 9 to noon with Kuhn, John Kuhn, Rami Makloff, Brandon Snide. You can hear us on the Mason Crosby Show, noon to 2 now. And, of course, Wisconsin Sports Daily, served up by Wendy's. And tomorrow, make sure you guys head over to the Napa Car Care Fair. You can see Charlie Usen, Jack Pembroke, Steve Sparky Pfeiffer, all on remote as well. It is the leadoff show. One more thing. Don't forget, send them home.